All right. Vertical angles, just 5th and 6th, just 5th and 6th. Vertical angles, they're equal to each other. You also should know that AD makes a straight line, CD make a straight line, BC and AB, right? So all of these make 180, and then those are vertical angles. All right. So then, all the Yana's gonna watch this video and be like, wow, she went through that really quick. I wonder what happened. Little does she know. X plus 2 and 3x minus 54. So this is where we kind of had some issues on the purple paper. So we're going to go through it. This is not number 1 and 2. This is number 4, which I'm not asking you to do to turn in. We're going to do it together right now. X plus 2 and then 3x minus 54. Now, let me be honest with you. This is not 7th grade. Okay, this is not 7th grade. 7th grade, 100% would look like that. Okay? Or, and then maybe this is y. So like, what's y, what's x? That's 7th grade. Maybe they'll do, yeah. And this is like 100. Let's say. Maybe they'll do that.
We already did that.
Yeah, which is what you guys did yesterday. Okay. So this is, yeah, this is a little bit more advanced. You are an honors class, so I do push you sometimes not always. All right, so these are vertical. So the first thing you have to do is like, does it equal 180 or does it equal each other? And these equal each other. So that's like the number one mistake kids do is they'll be like, oh, do I add these and equals 180? It's like, no, they're equal to each other. So x plus 2 is equal to 3x minus 54. So you set them equal to each other, Achilles, and you solve. Go. So set them equal to each other. Okay? Now, you have x's on both sides. So the first thing you have to do is get the x's all to one side. And you got to ask yourself, which way do I go? Because you can move this x to this side or this x to this side. You want to move the smallest x over.
What if there's just one x on each side and it's both positive?
Then they'll cancel each other. Because if you have an x and an x, you'll move one of these and it'll be 0.
And then,
Well, then what will you do with the rest of the problem? Like, how will you continue to solve it?
You won't. It'll be like an undefined problem. Yes.
how would you solve 12x is equal to 13x? 13
Probably be 0. Okay. So you see how this is a 1x? It's a visible one. So this one's smaller than this one, right? So you move the smaller one. Now, could you move the 3x? Yes. Are you going to deal with negatives then? Yes. And no one wants to deal with negatives, right? So in the back of your mind, go, you know what? I'm going to move the smaller number. And you can use that throughout high school. Sometimes you're not going to be able to avoid it. You're going to deal with negatives, but we'll leave that until later on. So you're left with 2, right? Equals, what's 3x minus x? 2x minus 54. Now what? Add 54 to each side. So you're left with 2x equals 56. Yep. X equals? Whoa. 2 gives you remainder 28? Yep. Now, does that tell me what the angle is? No. So let's say
That's how much x is.
x is. So they'll tell you, okay, what is x equal to? Got it, 28. Now, what if I call this A, B, C? Oh. So angle ABC. What is the measure of angle ABC? How would I do that? Well, I know x is 28, right? So I plug it back in here to 28. 28 plus 2. What's 28 plus 2?
30.
So the measure of angle ABC is 30. We're okay? Now, this is not advanced. This you should be able to plug in back in here like you did on your homework. So on your homework, you see how when I tell you x equals -1, y equals 4? That's what you're doing here. You're plugging back the number in and seeing what it really equals. All right. What is the measure of angle CB? We'll call it D. I guess I should have labeled this before. What is the measure of angle CBD? Okay, so CBD. CBD. So this one.
150?
What's up?
Me and Anthony both thought it was a 12.
But Jesus said, like, what is that? X plus 2? And I'm like, yeah, it's X plus 2.
Well, we don't listen to that. We just do the problem.
But X12 doesn't make any sense. I would never write it as X12.
No,
That's grammatically
I
incorrect.
thought it was a minus. You just put the minus in the one.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I see that. Totally, I get it. Never,
Never.
ever, except when I am.
Miss Lemon.
Uno más? One more?
No. Can we work on it?
6x minus 1, 2x plus 75.
BX.
6x. So you can set them equal to each other, like set it up. This isn't, well, I think now that I went over it, you should feel like, oh, okay, it wasn't super, super hard. I get where the confusion comes from, 100%. I'm not saying it's not hard. It is a little complicated. Okay, so move the x. Which one? The 6x or the 2x? 2x. Move the smaller one. 2x. So that's 4x minus 1 is equal to 75. Now what do I move? The 1. Plus 1. Plus 1. 4x equals 76. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. X equals 1 third 9. 19. I don't. I did it in my head. And sometimes I mess up.
Yeah, you do that on purpose.
Totally. All right. So if it's 19, okay, so x equals 19. Now what is the measure? Let's call this angle A. Let's call this angle B. What is the measure of angle A? So plug it back in. What's 2 times 19? 2 times 19 plus 75. 113. So what is the measure of angle B? $767. Don't try this at home. Show your work. It's gonna be great. Okay, again, this is, you're not going to get this on the SBAC. Some of you will get this on the map because it's more advanced in 7th grade. On the SBAC, you'll get this, the simple ones, okay? Simple ones. Map, you might get this because it is a high school problem, and some of you are scoring above 7th grade, so here it is. So the good thing about map is they'll get the hard problems, and cool, they'll challenge you. SBAC is all 7th grade. So,
How did you get 67?
67. So we're looking for angle B. And I know that A and B make 180, right? My straight line right here. My pretty little straight line. A and B. Ignore this line. So this line doesn't exist. So A plus B, 180. Do you see that? And I solved for A. A was 113. So now I know, oh, 100, B plus 113, which is A, is equal to 180 because it's a straight line. Subtract 113, subtract 113. B equals 67. I just did this in my head though. Should have shown up paper. Alright, are we okay? It's okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Do I have time to teach you?
You don't. How about you let us work on Alex?
Is this gonna be on our quiz
On our
already?
topics.
No.
I don't get it. Did you ever show us a movie? I only get the first
No, I would never show you a movie. Ever.
Did you ever show us? Yes. Oh. Yeah, we should take a break. Halfway on my
Alright. Okay, so, let me think. Come on, brain. Okay. I won't start the new stuff. Okay, so go back, finish these two, redo these two, finish these two, redo these two. If you already turned them in, but you realize like, okay, yeah, I got that wrong. Go back, do them again. If you need to show work in your notebook, show them in your notebook. So, yeah. Did you finish the triangle worksheet, purple worksheet, blue worksheet? So, Evan, we were supposed to turn in 3 worksheets yesterday. I made them do today just because I needed to go over the purple. So, do the first 2 purple, finish the triangle one. I know, that's why I didn't start teaching. I wanted to teach volume, but I will teach volume tomorrow.
Oh, volume. Oh, you just multiply all 3 dimensions.
What if they give you 5 dimensions?
Then you multiply all 5. No. Wait, which one is that?
That's how they trick you. Yes.